Hey guys! So this is going to be my reaction to the new Mortal Kombat movie. So if you haven't already, you should go watch my reaction to the first Mortal Kombat movie. And kind of see, compare the two to see exactly what's, different or changed about the older one and the newer one. Yeah. I'm curious to see, as of right now, what the effects will look like. It's probably going to be a lot better. I'm more worried about like the fight scenes. The fight scenes from the first one were pretty good. I enjoyed them. I'm curious to see if they're going to be better in the or worse in this one, and I'm curious to see if they're going to copy the same exact story from the first one, or if they're going to try something different. Kind of hoping they try something different, just because I don't want to just watch the same movie over again. So, but yeah, let's just get right on into the movie. Is this Chinese? I think Japanese is a lot more guttural. At least we're getting more Asian influence, at least with the backstory of the character. So it was Chinese. Definitely more blood already than the first one. I say the effects are already better than the first one. I knew that was going to come into play some way. So focus on it. So is he supposed to be... I know he's supposed to be Sub-Zero, obviously. He's supposed to be... I wouldn't say Scorpion, but he has like the thing, like the... similar to like the snake that I think Scorpion had. Obviously, Sub-Zero is gonna survive. The early fight scenes are pretty good. Yeah, I was wondering because he just stabs him in the shoulder and leaves. Did he check to see if he was dead, or was he intending to kill him, or what?
Mortal Kombat cannot be left to chance. There will be no tournament because
there'll be no opposition left to fight.
Is this the Emperor? Or is this Shin? Sorry, I can't remember the guy's name from the original. The bad guy.
Damn, yo. Hell of a fight, man.
Yeah, you too.
Respect.
Ready?
I do kind of like the aspect of they don't hate each other. They're just, it was a fight and he lost.
And it shows up, it could kill us all. I'm not gonna let that happen.
So already it's kind of very, it varies from the original. I don't know if it actually does vary. I think it's just building off of what we get in the first one, the original one.
finish this. Send in the reptilian Sizoth.
I'm really glad I did watch the original first, just because it's interesting to see the changes between the two. I am kind of curious though to see who the writer for this film is. Greg Russo was the writer. Only has credits for Death Note 2 and Space Invaders. It's in development apparently. And Death Note 2 is also in development. So Really, this is his first film credit. Not too bad so far.
Kano.
Kano. Kano what?
Kano, none of your fucking business.
Who's that?
Still has the Australian accent. Must say, he's not as lame as the one that he was in the original. So we see how he damaged his face. So I'm assuming he's gonna get like a face covering. Fatality. I don't expect that to be in any human heart ripping out. Probably a reason why it was a reptile that they did that to.
It's your blood.
How'd it go?
Go on then, take it. You're so close. Just take it. Take it!
Nah.
Wonder if she's gonna actually kill him eventually, because like you said, like in the original movie, the original script for that movie, she refused to kill Kino, whatever his name is.
Yeah, that's far enough, MC Hammer.
I'm not your enemy.
I thought he was the other guy, him. I thought he was the So is the other guy, is he the Cage?
There it is. What you've been searching for.
Do you know what I thought while watching this? We get the ice, Sub-Zero using the ice powers. Now we get Liu Kang using the fire powers. It just makes me think this is kind of what it would look like if we actually were able to get a good Avatar movie. You know, one that actually are able to use the powers. You know, it has great effects. Like, you know, this movie has pretty good effects. So if we could get the effects and bring it to like an actual Avatar movie, or I pray Legend of Korra. Legend of Korra was just gorgeous. The fight scenes, the animation, they're just gorgeous. Seeing a live action version of that would probably be so fucking incredible. So yeah, if we had the level of effects that we have in this movie with Avatar, that would be such a cool movie. That's kind of what I thought when I, saw him use his flames.
This is Outworld.
Yes. The most brutal and murderous of all them.
Interesting, considering how it's apparently been going on since the 1700s, or what was it? Yeah, 1700s. So it is interesting that they actually have like a mural acknowledging that, like it's happened throughout the centuries.
Time I found Jax, I was too late.
Well, is he gonna live?
The ice, it cauterized his wounds.
So was Jax from the first movie? I know there was a black guy who didn't last very long, I'll just say that. And I know there's one in future Mortal Kombat movies. I'm not sure if they're just taken from those movies for this, or if that's actually the guy who was in the first movie.
We wouldn't be here without her. She's one of us.
Chosen
A fighter without a
ones.
marking can never achieve the arcana. And a fighter without an arcana is a liability to others.
Really? The only woman character you have, and we're not gonna have her in the fight ring. Let's have this random ass dude who she kicked his ass.
No Harry Potter shit, alright? Cute.
Real cute. Let's see you try that again.
So much for the chosen
The
one.
only move you know, mate. Ah! Oh, fuck. You're fucking kidding me, aren't you? Oh, fucking hell. Is he on our side? Oh, those are great, mate.
Can we just throw this douchebag's ass out and just let Sonya fucking fight? Because this is obvious a dumbass who doesn't give two shits. And she does. We have to go through this so long. I feel like he's only there just for comic relief. I'd rather see fucking Sonya kick ass.
Oh, fucking here we go.
You're like an aggressive little bunny. Soft and useless. Angry mentally, physically. You should be on your knees.
I'm sorry. I just can't help but remember that episode of Xena. Where Gabrielle tries to, to get the rabbit to come to her and the rabbit attacks her. that episode was so fucking hilarious.
What you looking at?
So what the fucking point of bringing her if they're just gonna fuck around for majority of the episode or the movie without having her character do shit?
Get back inside!
It looks better than the other one from the original. Now we actually get to see Sonya doing something. Well, that's a fucking surprise. It's just one of those deaths. They're just so ridiculous and it's hysterical. And the fact that there's not as much blood on the fucking hat, seeing as how he pretty much just sawed through her entire body. Yeah, seems like it's using, it's collecting all the energy that gets from the punches and allowing you to use it. Once again, fairly graphic death scene, but with a, non-human creature. I do kind of think that's the most ridiculous, stupid ass fucking, with our rating system. You can literally be the most graphic shit imaginable as long as it's not human. I guess it's worse with a human, so having the exact same thing happen that happens to this other creature is not as traumatic. All this blood and shit. Just so weird to me. Why does this remind me so much of The Mummy, the third Mummy movie?
Trained and better prepared.
Plus, they don't mind breaking the rules.
Then why don't you just break the rules as well? It's not like, you're gonna follow the rules and the gods will understand or what shit like that. You can hear the theme music in the background, so it's not as obvious really, it's more like incorporated into the music. God, you can do that to me any day.
Tell me, Blondie.
Garden gnome. I knew it. Really? She only became the chosen one once she killed someone. That makes a lot of sense. his father from the other realm.
Get over here!
So he was Scorpion, right? I was right. Because of the, you know, the blade on the chain. That's actually really cool. Just stabs him and the blood comes flying out and he just makes a knife out of it. That's actually a really cool scene.
I will warn you.
Guess he's useful just as a
I'm impressed.
as a heater.
And you think you have won, but death is only another portal.
Obviously, since Scorpion was able to come back. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be anything. Marvel movies have made me paranoid about there being after credits that I miss. But who gives a fuck? If you're not gonna show it in your actual movie, then might as well not fucking show it. So anyways. Yeah, so Cole Young. So I would not be surprised if that was he's actually from Mortal Kombat series. He just wasn't in the first one, but I'm not sure how much how true that is for this movie. But I mean, I would say it follows the first movie basically. You know, a lot of the things that happen, they happen the same, except they kind of take a different path. One thing I'll say about this movie, it definitely has more development, I would say. Even if you don't really think it's a very good story, a compelling story, at least most of it actually just, it builds up and builds on each other. It doesn't feel like there's just, you know, a lot of chunks of, like, particularly like the characters' relationships. You don't really feel like there's chunks of that missing. So the effects were definitely hell of a lot better. I'm not surprising. And the fight scenes, I did enjoy the fight scenes. They were a lot, you know, they were good. I'm not obviously I'm sure that the actors that they got are versed in martial arts, or at least got some training before they did the movie. But I mean, the only real part I frustrated as shit was with Sonya, because I think they could have a lot more fucking of her in this movie, but instead they had what's his face, the annoying ass Kano. God, he was so fucking annoying. I felt like he was mostly there in the story for the comic relief. And of course he turns bad and she eventually has to kill him, but rather than just kept him bad from the beginning and just had more of her, especially like with fight scenes with her, I vastly would have preferred that. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this movie. It's definitely better, I think, than the original. That's about it. I mean, I wouldn't say I liked it. It was okay. I didn't hate it. So make of that what you will. So yeah. So let's see if there's actually any trivia on this movie. It just came out, but you never know. I can check and see if there's any trivia here. Hiroki Sanada tried to prepare for his role as Hanzo Hashashi Scorpion by playing Mortal Kombat video games. Of course, I was beaten every time, just losing. But I kept up the game to keep learning the stories, the background, and the character. It was so much fun. I mean, that's a great way to study for your role, for your job, is to just play Mortal Kombat games, huh? And definitely need to check out the actor, because I did like him. I think I've seen him in probably some other things, but I'm not sure exactly. Hanzo Hasashi used a kunai weapon in his garden. The kunai was originally used by Japanese peasants as a multi-purpose garden tool. Joe Taslim credits his son with helping him make the decision to play Sub-Zero. First Mortal Kombat movie where Raiden is played by an Asian actor, Japanese Todd Nabu Asano, after the French Christopher Lambert in Mortal Kombat and American James Remar in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That's kind of sad, to be honest. Simon McQuaid had to ask Joe Taslim to slow down a bit during fight scenes as he was moving too fast for the camera. That's actually pretty, that's a nice compliment. So does the actor who plays Sub-Zero, is he actually like a martial artist? Or did he like become one or learn how to become one for this movie? It'd be fascinating to know. At 58, Hiroki Sanada is the oldest actor to play Scorpion. Definitely, it's actually fucking impressive that he's 58. I did not know that, and the fact that he can do all that stuff at 58 is fucking impressive as hell. And he does look good for 40 or 58. He definitely doesn't really show his age. The film was initially rated NC-17 upon first submission to the MPAA for graphic violence. Director Simon McQuaid later hired an additional editor to cut down several gory and brutal fighting scenes to achieve a commercially desired R rating. Fuck, why the fuck do you even bother making a goddamn Mortal Kombat movie when you know, I mean, the thing that Mortal Kombat is known for is its graphic scenes, death scenes, so why the fuck don't you just keep it? Why even bother cutting it down? Seriously. According to Louis Tan, the fatalities are actually quite gruesome, and some days on set he feels sick. This is Louis Tan's first leading role in a high-profile feature from a studio that launched his father, Philip Tan's career with Batman. Philip Tan, who is... yeah, I don't recognize him. So, to play an MMA fighter, Louis Tan watches videos of welterweight UFC champion Jorge Masvidal for inspiration as to how Cole moves. Tan himself is a professional kickboxer and Muay Thai fighter, and he uses experience in the ring, especially losses, as key components of playing Cole. It's nice that he actually has experience. It's great when you have to do more physical role. Cole Young is an original character who made his debut in the film. So I was wondering if he was an original character or probably just they created him so they could have the storyline of Scorpion. Ludi Lin is the second Black Power Ranger to be in the Mortal Kombat. Johnny Young Bosch voiced Kong Jin in Mortal Kombat X and was previously the Black Power Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, while Lin has previously played Zack in Power Rangers 2017. In this movie, Kong Lao and Liu Kong portraying his cousin. The actors who played them, Max Hong and Ludi Lin, indeed do have some kind of informal familial relationship in real life. Both of them previously worked as members of Jackie Chan's stunt team, which in Chinese is actually known as Chan's Family Group. In 2003, Paul W.S. Anderson, who directed Mortal Kombat, was offered to direct the third film, but turned it down to work on Alien vs. Predators. In 2010, he told G4 in an interview that he expressed interest in returning Mortal Kombat, though he is not currently under consideration to do so. This film marks Lisa Cadwell's acting debut. She previously did stunt work for several films, including Aquaman, which is directed by James Wan, who's one of the producers of this Mortal Kombat film. Who does she play again? It is cool that she was a stunt artist, though. Trish Stratus was rumored for Sonya Blade. That would have been a fucking experience. Man, that brings back memories. I would watch, you know, Trish Stratus and Lita wrestling videos when I was a teenager. I was obsessed with them. It was so fucking entertaining. That would have been a fucking, that would have been have been a like a trip down memory lane. The Wall of Information showcased 2 items referring to Mortal Kombat fighters. Picture of a Native American referred to the Native American fighter Nightwolf. Picture of an Aztec statue who resembles the Aztec fighter Kotal Khan. Unsurprisingly, most of the characters from this film was pulled from various Mortal Kombat games. Goro, Kano, Liu Kang, Raiden, Reptile, Scorpion, Shang Tsung, Sonya, and Sub-Zero debated in Mortal Kombat. Jax, Kung Lao, and Melina first appeared in Mortal Kombat 2. Cabal was introduced in Mortal Kombat 3. Raiko was added in the roster in Mortal Kombat 4. Natara was available in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, although Scorpion's Hanzo Hashashi's family were the driving force for the story since the first game. Their names, Harumi and Satoshi, were not revealed until Mortal Kombat Armageddon. So yeah, I was wondering if they had drawn from other Kombat games, because I know there are multiple Kombat games and movies, so nice to know that I was right. But yeah, so that was some trivia. More so than I thought there was going to be, but it was interesting, and it did come and answer some of the questions. So, I mean, like I said, you know, before, it was okay. Not necessarily my favorite or anything like that, but it was okay movie. So, yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to get more videos like this. If you have any suggestions for any videos, I don't really care. Old movies, current movies, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. And that being said, you guys have a nice night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.